Welcome back to Liverpool Talk. So, as most Reds would know, the breaking news out today was that Liverpool have pulled out of a summer move for Jude Bellingham, a player that's been heavily linked with Liverpool over the last few seasons. I think this is a bit of a surprise to a lot of Liverpool fans who believe that Bellingham was pretty much all but signed. For anyone that's been a Liverpool fan through the FSG period, we know that nothing is out of the blue when it comes to FSG. This one is a very strange one. Bellingham, we all knew how much the package would be to sign Jude Bellingham. We all knew how desperate we are for a midfielder and someone of his calibre. So it's very strange that Liverpool have all of a sudden pulled out of the move for Bellingham and are saying that it's finances and the package, which is something that we fully would have been aware of for this whole time, how much we would need to pay for Bellingham. That's where it's the surprising part. The flip side is that they're saying that it's more of a midfield restructure or a rebuild, which most Liverpool fans would agree that's definitely something that we are desperate in need of. But again, that's not new. That's not news. So it's very strange that this all of a sudden has just changed the thought process of Liverpool on who they want to sign. There has been numerous reports in the British media mainly that this is something that's just happened and the decision was made between FSG and Jurgen Klopp to pull out of this move. I find it really hard to believe. I can't see why Jurgen Klopp wouldn't want Jude Bellingham. I also can't see that we're now going to go and spend 150 million on midfielders. But you never know. I think that it's possibly the right move is to strengthen the team with two or three players as opposed to the one big marquee signing. We've obviously been linked with quite a few players over the summer. Mason Mount is kind of the one name that sticks around. I've spoke about Mason Mount before, and I do think that he would be a good signing for Liverpool. I think he would be somebody that would improve the team greatly, adding goals and assists. But I suppose it feels a little bit bittersweet if you're signing someone like Mason Mount, knowing that you potentially could have had a Jude Bellingham, who potentially could have been your midfielder for the next 10 years plus. It seemed like Jude Bellingham was very keen on the Liverpool move. It seemed like everything was kind of tied up. I suppose the one thing that you can maybe take from this is that it is the British press that's reporting on the Liverpool pulling out of the move, and they have previously reported on us pulling out moves for Alisson, Thiago, and a few other players as well, saying that we're no longer linked with them, and lo and behold, they all play for Liverpool now. So, for as much as I want to say take it as a pinch of salt, there is obviously some truth behind Liverpool, and it could be a tactic that we're trying to negotiate a slightly better deal with Dortmund. It could be that we're trying to force their hand a little bit. However, Bellingham and Dortmund have got the pick of most clubs in Europe, most big clubs in Europe. I think it would be a very risky move if we tried to play that game with a team as shrewd as Dortmund, who are very known to get the maximum amount out of players they can. It has been reported again on like the Guardian, for example, Andy Hunt reporting the same thing. There's also been news on Twitter with some of the journalists there, people that were potentially linked with Marix at the Mirror, saying Moises Caicedo, again a player that I've previously spoke about and who I think vastly improves Liverpool's midfield. Great age profile and everything as well, so I would welcome a move for him. There's also Alexis McAllister at Brighton and Barella as well, Nicolo Barella. Again, two very good players that I think that would vastly improve the team. But it just feels that it's bringing in players in spite of getting Bellingham, and there may be something kind of happening further down the line with Bellingham. We may be kind of hanging off and seeing if it's something we can get later. But yeah, it does feel like it has kind of came to a little bit of an end. We obviously we had it on Red. I don't know if you guys saw on Redmond TV. Neil Jones, who's obviously very close to Liverpool and a lot of links with it inside the club. He's put out a little video with Redmen TV saying that yeah, we've effectively pulled out of it. He did obviously say, kind of in part of it, that there is still that little glimmer of hope that we go back in for him, but it is just a bit of a glimmer of hope. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one, Reds. I think that we do definitely need to improve the squad depth and the quality in the squad depth, in particular in midfield. And I suppose the decision that we're looking at is, do we bring in Bellingham and that's it, and hope that it's enough to push us on to a title push next season? I'm not sure it does. I think that results this season have shown us that a lot of legs have gone in the midfield. People that we should have been able to rely on for maybe another season or two, we're not able to do that. Fabinho's dropped off, Henderson's dropped off. Thiago, who I love, is never fit. When he is, he's tremendous and a huge miss. We're relying on a young 18-year-old Bajcetic in midfield as well, who was great, but we can't really rely on him in big games kind of going forward. So it's a bit of a strange one. I'm a bit on the fence about the news that's came out. I'd like to see Liverpool strengthening the midfield, and if it means that we need to kind of put Bellingham to a side, then it may just well be the case. What I don't really want is this putting Bellingham to a side and then he goes and signs for a Man United or a Man City and strengthens another team. I think that would be an absolute gutting. If Bellingham decides to stay at Dortmund for another season and there's a new clause put in his contract or something like that where Liverpool comes in with a set fee and then we get first kind of refusal or anything like that, then that's the ideal option. We strengthen this summer, we leave Dortmund to have Bellingham for another year, and then we get the opportunity to sign him when he's only 20-year-old, and again, get another 10 years out of him if he wants to stay at Liverpool. But I feel that Bellingham might be on the move this summer, and if we don't get him, then there is a lot of clubs out there that will definitely take him. Madrid's been sniffing about, PSG, your normal big ones, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, things like that. A little bit bittersweet, I think. I think that I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. Do you think that we should go for Bellingham, just cash out, just spend what we've got on the deal and get it done, and then hope that some of the midfielders who have dropped off have kind of picked up again and we start to kick on a little bit? Or do we strengthen that midfield with 2 or 3 players for next season and really try and push on, bearing in mind we're very likely to lose out on Champions League football this season, so we're probably going to be in Europa League or worse conference, but we do need to strengthen this midfield. So what's your guys' thoughts? Do you think that we should go all out for Bellingham, or should we spend that money a little bit more wisely over the squad and the squad depth, introducing 2 or 3 midfielders and another defender or something like that? It'd be great to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. So yeah, just comment below, let me know what you guys think, share and like, and hopefully the next kind of few days will kind of give us a bit more of an update as to where we stand with Bellingham and future targets. So yeah, that's my video for today, guys. Thanks for listening, and yeah, comment and like. Take care.